already know. Fuck around and see it, cause you know I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Web3 breakfast, serving size like Texas. I'm a beast, yeah, baby. You know I'm reckless. We stacking blue chips, my people by the dip. Matte Black Lambo coming soon. Don't forget, sign the check.
Web3 breakfast. Fuck a Lexus, push a Maserati, keep a diamond Jesus on my necklace. I'm living reckless. Fuck a job, cash the check, grab the bag, hit the flight, we on the next one. Wife changing money, just ask my honey. Got a diamond on my face, I can't help it, I'm new money.
Web3 breakfast, wake and bake, appreciate the checklist, moderate the stage, perplexing everything you say, and not to mention, I think I rugged. Maybe I should shrug it off, go touch some grass, perhaps some plug.
Web3 breakfast,
Web3 breakfast.
Web3 breakfast.
Boom. GM fam. How we doing? It's Monday. What is the date today? September 11th. Oh, it's the day after my mother's birthday. So happy birthday yesterday, mother. We could not.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Mama Chains. Today is the day we don't forget either, September 11th. Man, I hope everybody had a great weekend. I did. I unplugged. I disconnected, man. I probably set a few tweets up on schedule on the old tweet deck. I don't know if you guys know about that, but if you use Twitter on your computer, you can just go to TweetDeck and you can just schedule some things for yourself, so you can take the weekend off. I don't really take the weekend off. At least I don't have to
I didn't realize today was Monday.
You know,
I don't even know where my weekend went. I don't even know where my weekend went to. Bro.
They are always way too fast.
I wanted to ask you before the show, like, we're not doing Pizza Party Friday today, but it's Monday.
Oh, we can do Pizza Monday.
It's all right.
I have no problem with Pizza Monday.
Pizza every day, every doggone day. Pizza. No, man. Weekend was pretty straight. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Just continue the same grind. Just always grinding. And that's the beautiful thing about just when. I don't know what I would. I've been trying to figure out like what you call it when you're like a gigist, like when you just do gigging all the time. I tried to just do like gig, and I added like
self-contractor. You're an entrepreneur. You're a business owner.
Yeah, that's what and that's the thing, man. If you really want to do that, you can't stop. You know what I mean? Like there's always something you got to be. You got to be in the news. You got to know what's going on, the trends. You got to stay hip with what's cooking. And so there's actually a new one, man. It's called Draver. Draiver, and you can like just go to dealerships and drive their cars for them. So if I'm in one dealership and I want a car and I got a dealership across town, so you can go on Draver. You just pick up the job like an Uber. You show up, pick up the car, drive it to the other dealership. Then they give you a car and you drive that car back to the other dealership and you get paid.
Damn, dude, that's
no people in your car.
I might have to try that out.
Kind of cool, right?
That could be like a fun little content, fun thing. I like that. Bear market activities, man. And speaking of, I was thinking about this. Like, I was actually laughing inside of my head, and because we weren't on video, because I think it was still the hold screen. I was laughing inside my head, thinking we need actually like a bear market intro song. Like that is just like that thing is just way too pumped up. That's probably better for later in the year, or maybe the beginning of next year. Like. I love it, and we can play it from time to time, but we need something a little more like, man, we can't be. I'm telling you right now, there is no Matte Black Lambo coming anytime soon. I promise you that.
Just your shirt, and we can call you Lambo, bro.
Yeah, just put Lambo on
you know
here.
What I mean?
Just get the cricket. Hey, honey, can you make me a T-shirt that says Lambo?
Yeah, this is my Matte Black Lambo T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna.
Hey, we're just gonna reuse one of the ones in the drawer too, man. We ain't gonna even get a fresh one.
Bro, I've been by you bullshitting. I've been looking at old blank T-shirts that I had in my closet. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever shirt I'm gonna make for
how can I make this
Breed convention thing? Yeah. How can I? I had shirts with paint on it, and I was like, I'll just bleach it. I'll just bleach these motherfuckers and almost don't call it a design, and then
Well, to be honest with you showed me those, and those actually look pretty cool.
Yeah, but I had an old shirt that had gotten paint on it, and I was like, "Well, I just throw bleach on this." You know what I'm saying? You got to save $1 where you can in this market. whether that's just putting vinyl on old shit you already had, or whatever that is. So
I will.
man, definitely.
I will say, speaking of, if you are not watching the live stream, you better be. You should be. You can tune into. You can go to web3breakfast.com, find it there. jchains.live, find it there. And again, it's also on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. So you can definitely find us live. But you have got on your straight up gangster Harry Potter sweater today. Are you Gryffindor or Slytherin? I can't believe
today I'm probably
Oh, you can change.
Today I'm Slytherin.
You can change your lines.
Yeah, today I have to be Slytherin. Yeah, because I'm probably like grumpy because like I realized it was Monday when the show started. And I'm like, oh,
did I break the news to you that today was Monday?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, man.
I took a lot in as soon as I woke up this morning. After my second wake up, I took a lot of information in. After that second wake up, and finding out it was Monday was probably the icing, bro. That really just pushed me over the edge.
Hey, you know what should give you some excitement though? Tomorrow is Tuesday, and I know that this week is Vegas week, and so that should make you, put a smile back on your face and makes you happy that it's Monday because tomorrow is Vegas. Who's going to be thumbs up in the crowd if you're going to be in Vegas? By the way, if I could do like
that delay time,
if I could do like a little, possibly, I would do the sideways, maybe. Matthew said he was going, right? Didn't he say last week he was going to be there?
Yeah, man. We're actually, he hit me up like on the whole plane thing. He was like, yo, you really want to catch an Uber? And I was like, hell yeah, if I'm there. Except for, I get there at like 10 a.m. He gets there in the evening. So we swapped phone numbers. We are linking up as soon as he gets there, man. Super excited, definitely to meet him. And I definitely want to bring my book back there and burn it in a parking lot. I had this like dream, we were talking about burning the book. So I'm going to bring a plastic bag. That wasn't a dream. That was actually the show. Shit, are you kidding me? Son of a... All right, well, look. I had this dope idea all by myself of burning the book and bringing the bag and just throwing it in there. Oh, man, I'm telling you, bro, like, that's the thing, like, you bump your head on a bomb, bro, you know what I mean? It's like, it puts things, it mushes them all together. It happens. It happens. I'm just glad to be here. I'm happy to be here with all of y'all, man. Thank y'all so much, man. If y'all could please reach down there, tap that little button down there. Let's share this link out. Let's get some people involved. You know what I'm saying? We are going to be talking about the new generation of investors today. So it's going to be definitely an awesome conversation about our kids and getting the youth involved and what that looks like and what your thoughts are. So guys, thank you so much. But it looks like, holy Toledo, looks like someone else ain't happy it's Monday.
Nope. Bitcoin's only down 1.21% down to 25.5, but you got ETH down almost 3%, BNB down almost 3%. So we're seeing some red across the board in the old crypto markets.
Seeing ETH at 1588 this morning was pretty interesting.
Well, I honestly like it. And what do you guys think? Anybody come on up, guys? Remember, this is Web3 Breakfast. You are more than welcome to come up here and talk about this. This is just the time when we're going to chop it up. We'll talk a little market talk right now. I think. Listen, so we know that the markets kind of ride together a little bit more than we want them to, right? Like the traditional finance and the crypto markets. So with that being said, like I think that the world is in for a shakeup. I think everybody knows that, and so I think we're going to see, the crypto markets take that next leg down, another 25%, if you will. And I expect, don't shoot the messenger. Let's just be ready for it. Get that dry powder ready. Sub $1,000 ETH again. I think it's going to happen. I think that's back on the table. I could be crazy, but I think that might be back on the table. I'm looking forward to it too. But what do you guys think? Anybody think that we're going to see that again?
100,000% yes.
I'm still a little hairy on the COVID situation. I'm still kind of feeling like very like in that tethered off position, you know what I mean? Like where I'm not real confident in either direction for either market, traditional or the crypto market. Really just trying to, I think I'm really kind of waiting till October. I'm just trying to like kind of consolidate right now, get some money together. I want to see what's going to happen in October. when things start moving, and then really start looking at some, trying to get in some bigger positions, like, definitely with some tokens and stuff like that. Even because I feel like after that October, November timeframe, we start coming into the holiday season again. Art Basel coming up in December, which always gets a Santa rally, baby.
Santa rally.
The Santa rally. Get your kids some crypto for Christmas.
That's a great idea.
But no,
that's a great gift. I don't know about what everybody else likes, right? There's a couple different hardware wallets. I like Ballet and I like Arculus, right? And I think those are two great options, and they're relatively cheap. I mean, I think Arculus is like $99, Ballet maybe like $40 or $50, something like that. I don't know. But that's like a great gift to somebody is, send them a wallet and then teach them how to set it up and then send them some crypto. Or let them fund it themselves. That's my mom. I gave my mom one because Ballet gave me a couple of them. I've got like this 24 karat gold one that I have to try out and do like a review of, and then I gave her one. And the whole goal is to get her set up and like create some content around like it's like literally as easy as like your mom setting up. And that's like kind of along the same lines as what we're talking about today. Is like powering the next generation. I could very well like my daughter's only 2. She'll be 2 next month, right? So I think that's a little too young to teach her how to use a crypto wallet. But, in the coming years, once she starts to understand the concept, because she gets like the phone and all that stuff, but not well enough yet. And so once she understands a little bit more, like I'm all for it. Like she's been to crypto conferences, many of them. She's been to more crypto conferences than most people have been. You know what I'm saying? And so and that will continue throughout her whole life because I want her to have not only the blockchain education, but the financial literacy part of it too. And that's something that's big to both of us, Turbo and I. And that's like one of the main missions with Chainlab. And like where we're taking that whole thing is why financial literacy means a lot to a lot of us because it's the future, man. Like the kids learning the technology that we're building, the financial system that we're building. If they learn it now, what the fuck? It's going to make it so much better because there's so many of them.
Yeah, I just feel like too, I definitely grew up, in a lower class. And, for me, man, I think that we live in a world now where, like, if you're going to be poor, at least do what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least, go out there and make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Going to this 9-to-5 jobs, just to get by. That just seems crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? People are miserable. We have a lot of mental health issues, in the world. And it's only going to get worse as we, continue to move, further into the future. We see, housing costs like skyrocketing. The average income of people going down. I mean, it's getting tougher, you know what I mean? So if nothing else, do what you love. But Turvek, man, you have your hand up. What's up, family?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody in the audience, too. No, JC, you were talking about the kids and everything, and I'm not going to try to shill. I had my own experience because I'm just a geek. But the Pudgy Penguins and what they've got going on with their toys, so I bought like the most expensive stuffy toy. So it's their big, like 12-inch stuffy toys, $25 on Amazon. I got a $25 gift card for Christmas. And I was like, oh, this would be cool. So, it's an even exchange, but it's the most expensive toy at $25. And it comes with a QR code and basically a child step-by-step a way of setting up a soul-bound token and creating a wallet. And it's all through, it's all Pudgy Penguins and everything like that. So I like what Luke has got going on as far as being able to reach out, and he's hitting the target correct, because if you truly do want to teach the generations, you have to start young. And everybody looks at us like a cult, so it's like, this, that, and the other, but it's our opportunity with these toys and everything to show what we can do in a nice soft way. So I just wanted to point that out, that I really like what some Web3 projects are actually being able to do as far as extending that bridge to the kids in a good way.
I love that. I think that's fantastic. I mean, there's so many different verticals where this can happen. I mean, I know somebody in the audience, I'm not going to name drop, but I know somebody in the audience wants to start creating crypto content in the form of songs in an educational way for children. I think that is something that is needed so bad, and so whenever that, that project starts to take off, I am 100% behind it. So just get at me, dog, because I love every part of it. So let's make that happen. And I think that there's many different verticals that we can make things happen. We can make the education fun. You can tailor it towards toddlers, towards, or early development, however it needs to be done, man. There's just so many ways we can do this.
Yeah, man, and I feel too, like with the financial literacy, with the education piece, that we can sprinkle in some of the kind of traditional stuff, as well too. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm not as like strong as with saving bonds and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels old, antique
money.
almost, or whatever.
That's old money, man. That's grandpa's money.
Oh yeah, old money. Right. Yeah. So like, and I definitely, when we were talking about Christmas, like, that would be that's like sending a bond to a kid, it's like send their wallet up, give them some crypto, and even like, Emmy could definitely, could look at pictures and be like, oh, I like this and I like this NFT, and be able to start collecting it. I think there's just so many ways that we can involve our children. I'm excited for today's conversation.
Boom. Yeah. I think, NFTs are great. And that was something to me. It's so funny. Man, I got into I had posted something about VV a long time ago, and this is right when they posted that they were launching the what was it, Oscar the Grouch collection or Cookie Monster, something, right?
Cookie Monster.
And I thought, hey, this is that's a great idea. Like, that's something like that would be great to tailor an NFT collection towards kids so that they can get involved with it. So it's like, we had sport cards when we were kids. Like, we all it's guys or whatever. Like, we all, were showing what we got in packs, like on the recess or the lunch tables or whatever. Like, why the heck can't kids do that with NFTs? Like, why can't they do that with their phones? Because they're on their phones anyway. So start showing, hey, this is what I got, man. I got a super rare. Like, why not? Why can't we start doing that for them?
Definitely can. It's definitely. I think it's low hanging fruit. Even when we talk about the gaming aspect, like, we had action figures. My kids don't have a single action figure, like, what I'm saying, but they got all these Fortnite skins and Roblox characters and stuff they're playing. Those are their action figures. You know what I mean? Like, we're moving forward, and I mean, we have to we don't have to, but we should allow them to participate in an ecosystem that, what I'm saying, where not only can they collect, but it also has the ability to maintain value. And that's good for the parents too. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I want them damn V-Bucks back. You know how much money I got in V-Bucks? I'd be so happy if my son was like, yo, Dad, I just sold my gun for $300. I'd be like, damn, that's a drop in the bucket. But, like, at least I feel good that we got something back out of this,
I wonder.
Bro, that struggle's real.
Do you think there's probably some statistics as far as, money spent and, who spent, most overall? And, like, I'm sure there are some situations where it's like some 13-year-old kid that just went ballistic on his parents' credit card and spent. I mean, thousands seems like that should be the extent to what somebody could spend without like a red flag, but I bet it's been higher. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we know? Does anyone know like what the highest like bill some kid racked up for their parents on like game?
I don't know, but I was definitely playing. It wasn't Fortnite; it was Rainbow Six Siege. Along the same lines, right? And this kid gets on. He's like, "Yo, I'll buy everybody. I got my mom's credit card. I'll buy y'all whatever skin you guys want. Just pick out a skin. I got my mom's credit card." And I was like, "Yo, I've been wanting to get that Sledge Elite skin." And the kid went on. He bought all of us like skins and shit. Jeez. With his parents' credit card. So shouts out to that kid and his parents for doing the right thing.
I am crying. That is ridiculous. I have a Fortnite situation. I did see where a kid bought like 8,000 V-Bucks at one time, and the mom like went to jail for beating him because he called the cops on her. And it was like a whole like fiasco afterwards too, because like it was like her fucking grandma's credit card that she had for like groceries and stuff. So he just was like, "Nah, bro, we about to get these V-Bucks."
I want to get to Turv's hand. Turv, go ahead. But just think about all the industries that this will save and all the domestic disputes that NFTs might save if they go into gaming. Turv, go for it.
No, I was just going to add in a real quick story. I had a direct influence, I guess, in a situation between a mom and her kid. Her kid somehow had set up a Fortnite account that he had been playing on for months, and the password changed or the update or something, and he couldn't recover the password because it was being sent to somebody else or something. Like it was strange. But the mom was trying to get me to help because she's like, I've spent thousands of dollars on that kid to keep him happy. You got to help me. That's all in that. I was like, thousands of dollars. Holy shit. It was just, yeah, it's insane. And I've heard of people just buying Robux, those Robux cards in the checkout just to shut your kid up for $100. I'm like, what?
That's like, instead of buying Legos or starting, instead of whatever, I found something online that said this dates back to, I think, 2020. So in July of 2020, a mother explained that her 14-year-old son spent $19,870 on Fortnite and Twitch over 17 days, clearing out all of her bank accounts on subscriptions, donations. Damn. 20 G's in 20 days. That's rough.
Damn, bro. And I thought, man, because my son, he did the whole, like, I don't know if you remember the game Farmville or whatever.
Yeah.
He bought like $100 worth of supplies on our credit card. And you can't get it back either.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get it back. Like, you can call them and shit, and they're like, nah, you guys approved. I'm like, but my kid, and they're like, yeah, secure your shit. You know? I just posted up in the Nest. I found this. It was from Quora, and it says, my son spent $5,520 on V-Bucks. What is a V-Buck? That was what somebody was.
And that's, and that's part of the whole, so we think about, empowering new generations of investors. And if we want to go the gaming route, right? So great. Now we teach about, the utility of NFTs is that this isn't money wasted. So you teach the parents, like, this isn't money wasted. Like, the whole goal is to make this a more valuable asset, combine these things and to make something bigger or whatever the game mechanics are. Right. So like the whole goal is like, if you're going to fund this kid playing a game, like, and if he's good, like, odds are it's going to be an ROI that you might like. Like, take a chance on your kid. Like, it may spark a whole different revolution where if it's framed right. And I think, like, that's probably, people like us in this room, like when we have these conversations, like that's how we frame the conversation. It's like, yeah, we have to build a game that the kids want to play, but we also have to teach the parents this is part of the deal, because 9 times out of 10, it's the parents paying the bill anyway.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, a great book. If you guys are, if you are a reader, a great book is called The Power of the Purse, and it's all the psychology behind like how they market like our kids and women, and it's a good book. Definitely check it out. Might pick up a few. Power of the Purse. It's a really good book. Definitely cool. Something to think about. But I was gonna say too, when we talk about Fortnite and the amount of money. Bro, Travis Scott, when he did that whole when he did his little concert thing, I don't even know if he was
World or whatever.
Yeah, so that year he made $53.5 million in the year, right? Total. $20 million came from Fortnite from that night.
Jeez, just what's selling
from that one
selling tickets into the
selling the skins, like the shirts and skins and stuff for the actual playable characters. He made $20 million, bro. Damn near half of his total earnings from that one night. I mean, that's the power these kids have, right? That's the amount of money that's getting dumped into that. And like you just talk about
what's like the importance of skins, that's what you mean, because there's just everybody needs at least one or multiples.
Yeah, shit. I was just playing with Seven 2 nights ago, and I didn't have a skin, and I was like, man, I don't have a skin. And he's like, he spent like an hour trying to figure out how to send me one. I don't even know if we ever figured it out or not. But like, dude, I mean, that's what these kids love, right? Like, it's an identity thing. That's what our Ninja Turtles were. I think what the blockchain does allow that we're completely missing is a whole new way of educating our youth. You know what I'm saying? To where they have an ability to interact and to experience things, right? Like, we think of like augmented reality, like being able to bring some of these landmarks or different events throughout history and bringing them right to wherever that kid is sitting at, giving them the ability to run around and interact. I mean, that's where I think that we're going to really see the huge difference, because we're able to gamify the education system, and so that's what I think is huge. I think we need to be doing more of that.
Tokenize, monetize, incentivize, and gamify. That's how you get the users, right? I see what Rise LA. You popped up on stage. How you feeling, man? How do you feel about this conversation? What do you think about bringing in, investors, the youth, the newer generations into this crypto and blockchain space?
I think it would be a good idea.
Yeah, I agree. It's the future, right? Like I don't know the size generations. I think like the most important thing that doing these kind of studies, like let's look at the breakdown of the demographics. Like how big are these these age brackets and expectations that were coming in? Like if what is it, Generation Alpha? Is that what we're at right now, or something like that, right? Like aren't we like back at the beginning of the alphabet? I think with like the newest generation.
Shit, I don't even know. I didn't even know what is the new. I didn't even know what that. I did not even realize. I didn't even think about that. I have no idea. I'm gonna look that right now.
Got newest generation Alpha. Those are defined as born
Yeah,
from
that's
2010
like
to
I think that's like the generation we're in.
Yep, 2024. So like after next year, we have a new generation. So is it going to be generation Beta? Hopefully they do something better. Like hopefully. And it just seems like we could do better than Beta.
I mean, nigga,
because then anybody born in that generation technically is considered a beta male. And
nobody wants to be a beta male. I want to be a beta fish though. Like I'd be a beta fish.
Can I tell you a story? Speaking of,
yeah, hell yeah,
man, we got Emmy a beta fish this weekend, and it's just about time to work out anyway. So
son of a gun.
I'm gonna run this one up to the workout just because it's Monday, and then we'll get our workout in, and then we'll get back to this conversation. But yes, so woke up on basically Sunday morning thinking like, my daughter needs a fish. And we had like this entire like kitchen shelf of Pythos ivy that has been growing in water literally since we lived in Austin. So like years. Like I'm always like, what the hell are we doing? None of this stuff is growing. Like it doesn't grow. It just lives, right? But we've got this cylinder. We got these nice, beautiful little glass stones. We put the Pythos ivy at the top, and we dropped in. Me and Emmy, we went and picked up donuts in the morning. And she was not going to wait to get home to have a donut. So she ate a donut in the car, and then we went to the pet store. She picked out her fishy. We got a red male beta, and then brought him home, set up the tank. She like feeds him like 3 little petals of beta food once a day, and she's got her little pet, man. It's so cool. First thing she did, woke up, she was like, fishy. So we went downstairs and looked at the fishy. Man, it's so cool. So cool to see the smile on her face with that.
Damn, that's so dope. I was so concerned that you were like, she fed him 3 pellets and he just went belly side up. And I was like, please, no, please.
No, what she does keep saying like, fishy and like pointing him on the counter, like she wants him on the counter. We're like, no, he lives in the water. He comes out of the water. So it was between, I laugh about this. It was between an ant farm and a fish. And we thought like, listen, if there's a mistake, a dead fish is manageable, right? If there's a mistake with an ant farm, we have an infestation and that's bad.
Damn, can you even buy ant farms? Where do you get an ant farm at? Do you have to order that online?
I'm crying.
Where did you get them before? Like, where the fuck did people get ant farms?
I think you can order them on Amazon, right?
Pet
and then they're like in a little
get them
glass
at
thing
pet
that you can
stores.
watch them like make their little tunnels. But again, dude, that goes bad. Like you have an ant infestation in your house. Whereas if the fish thing goes bad, so what? It was like $3.99, and I had like a $5 credit at like PetSmart or whatever. So it's like free. It's okay if something bad happens. We can replace the fish. Don't call PETA on me, please.
No, man. I get so sad fishing. Like I hate to fish, man. I think when my son came to Tennessee, he was fishing, and like the hook got like double hooked like in his cheek, and he like couldn't get it out. And I just bought him this lure. And so Kev's like, man, just cut the string. And I'm like, I'm not fucking cutting this cord. I just paid $10 for this fucking fishing rod. Like this is his first time using it. So like I'm trying, and like the whole jaw, like the whole cheek just drips out of the fish. And like I like instantly get teary eyed. And it's like, and I'm looking at my son, and he's just like, Dad, don't worry, it grows back. And I was like, okay, good.
Oh, God.
I fucking hate it, man. I mean, like, cause I'm just like, yo, like, what if we were just standing here and a fucking donut fell out of the sky and you bite it, and that motherfucker just fucking yanks you out of the. I'm like, that's fucked up, man. All right, let's get to this workout so I can just get my manly back on.
I am dying.
Woo.
Oh shit! Hey man, we appreciate y'all being here. I'm gonna load this track up, guys. This is our time. Remember, it's all about healthy minds, healthy bodies, and healthy portfolios. Today's track that we're gonna to is
She said you was up and should have cashed out while we ain't go shopping. I mean, you can get the other deeds from a man. Sandbox building everything you're gonna see. Track stars, let me show you how I'm running things. One shorty stop it, I keep my heart in a cold wallet. Web3 never met me. Little deals on the beat, I throw it in a coffin. The weekend, I do this shit often. With Bruce in the booth back in Boston. I mean, 7 feet high as a pilot, but in the booth, we sitting, that's my shit. He says a marathon, not a sprint. Now show me what you do for the men. Shit, my hands hot, sandbox. Still the chick, got me thinking the lamp fly. I used to run a Discord for whitelist. Think I give up the quick that your man got. No hood, but you know that the clan hot. Can't stop, pull up with the apes in a damn yacht. In a damn yacht. 7-4K go. Think that I have found the one I want. Maybe we could have some time. It's where we want. I found the one. Maybe we could have some fun. Where we want.
let's get those last reps in, guys. It's your opportunity right here. Let's get one more.
See us in spaces, we go up places, see the new project, and be the new faces. Don't worry about the phrases we using, just know we moving, taking the steps in, put it in reps, you know that the crew will be moved in.
Welcome back.
Ooh-wee.
I like that little track.
And I got
A little
nervous.
Dilf on the track.
Right as
Yeah.
that track was hot. Like right as you started it, like I think you were asking, like, can you hear anything? Like everything. I thought we lost internet at our house. My phone went on like SOS mode. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Like, bro, I was just sitting there, and all of a sudden, you just like completely went blank. I'm like, all right, well, I could see like the little wave things at the bottom, so I'm like, well, hopefully everybody can hear that.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing.
I mean, I could hear it, but like eventually, like at first, like when I just like disappeared, I was like, is my internet out? Oh God. But then I could still see you, so that didn't make sense.
Yeah, I got a message too. It said we can't hear anything. So hopefully we are back up on the YouTube with the volume. So we will see. I did ask the question. Let's see. Yes, we are. Fantastic.
Perfect.
Yeah, you know, got my girlfriend. My girlfriend's watching on the YouTube. So
shout out. Thank you.
Make sure.
Thank you.
Shout out, baby. Appreciate you. And appreciate everybody for being here. Yeah. See Ken down there, man. What's up, Ken? Shane T always in. Zach, Corey, Cole. Man, you know, we haven't got to hear from Carrie today. That always makes me sad.
Yeah. Gary, come on up here. Kenton, come on up here. Zach,
get up here, Gary.
Come on, everybody come up here. Shane, get up here.
Yeah. Hey.
Let's talk about the metaverse. Let's talk about kids. Let's talk about getting kids into the metaverse and how that will hopefully spur, you know, some interest into the digital world, into this world of blockchain that we live. Kenton, my guy.
Kenton.
Yo, what's going on? I went out to get my coffee and I'm getting back, and now I'm like, all right, we'll hop up on stage. If you're asking, we'll come on up. We'll join the party.
Absolutely, man. You got great takes. You got fantastic takes, and I know because you're a positive guy like us, and you're right here for the right reasons. And you think about Web3 and blockchain, NFTs, crypto, all that stuff. What are your thoughts about educating the youth and how they become very pivotal to the growth of our ecosystem?
Oh, wow. All right, I might kind of go off about this.
Love it.
Only because Yeah, only because so I work right now with a group called the American Crypto Academy, and many of you might have heard of them. Ivan, the CMO, he comes through the space often. So I've been helping them out, and honestly, education has been like, I guess, kind of my job for the past couple of months. We just got done wrapping up a whole program for blockchain curriculum with the state of Wyoming.
Love it.
So there's a lot going on right now when it comes to like pressing education. Because guys, the big like goal here is to make this something that people learn about in school. In other countries right now, I know that there's kids like, 13, 14, even before high school, middle school, that are learning about blockchain and all of these platforms, of the future. So it's really going to have to be something that happens for everybody. I just think it's a matter of time before we start seeing it as like a high school curriculum where, you're taking algebra, science, and blockchain 101. It's inevitable. Everybody's got to learn about it. So that's the move now, is creating systems for the academic institutions and saying, hey, here's how you're going to address blockchain. Here's how we're going to teach them about Bitcoin. We're going to teach them about, the tech behind cryptocurrency. So that's where this is all going.
I love it.
That's really where this is all going.
Are you seeing, now let me ask you a question, because we know, traditional education systems don't give a shit about financial literacy. Are you seeing pushback from, any of these, say, these, education entities not wanting to change their I guess, curriculum? What kind of pushback are you seeing?
Yeah, because first off, the American Crypto Academy isn't necessarily some, established, pre-existing academic organization. It's not like we have books and textbooks already and all of these, connections to high schools and academic professionals. No, this is like very just, third party, if I can put it that way. We are approaching the school districts and having to say, hey, we think this would be great for your state. This would be great for the hundreds of thousands of students that could benefit from this. Why don't you allow us to work with you, and we'll show you what we can do? And I think that, like, honestly, Jay Chains, it's crazy. It's crazy the amount of proving that we have to do to get people to trust us here, because you would think they would be like, oh my God, I've heard of blockchain. I've heard of crypto. This is likely going to be important in the future of our children. But that's not necessarily the direction we get. We have to find people that also see that future and have, I guess, a department of blockchain education at the school, and we've got to enter it from that way. So it's like there is pushback, but it's less pushback. It's more that they're just not even open to it. I think there are still the vast majority of educational and academic institutions out there. They're not thinking about this. They're not thinking about the future and the fact that tech's going to change regardless. And guys, regardless of whether Ethereum works out or not, regardless of whether Dogecoin is here tomorrow, that doesn't change the fact that blockchain technology makes everything better. There's so many technical processes that'll be improved by this. So that's really why it's important that we get this education system into schools.
1039 Kenton. That's a clip. Let's go.
As you were talking about that, Ken, the thing that came to my mind was the whole thing about typewriters. Right, typewriters were invented in 1880. I remember in school, like when they first did their typing, we were the first ones to go through a typing class. You know what I'm saying? Like they were like, all right, we're gonna sit you kids down, we're gonna teach you guys how to type, and it was like we're the first class to do at my school. And it's like, that technology came out in 1880. But you know what I'm saying? And I looked it up. The first classes that they started teaching typing wasn't until 1915. So it took almost 35 years after the technology that came out for them to make it important.
Serious? Yo, that's crazy, Turbo. That's crazy.
It's nuts, right? And so, like, I mean, if history does repeat itself, if that's what we're looking for, then it's probably gonna take some time for that adoption to hit the school rooms.
Wow. Yeah, hopefully not 50 years like that, but I mean, I guess it shows we've made improvements. We've definitely made improvements from the way that we would pick up new technology back then. That's wild to me. You said it was in the 1880 and then 1930 was when we started teaching that? That's insane. Wow.
It's wild. So, so I wonder where that's going to move us with this. We got Matthew up here too. Matthew just joined the stage. What up, Matt?
What up, sir?
GM fam. GM. Hey, good morning, everybody.
Happy Mutant Monday.
happy Mutant Monday. Excited for the Breathe conference tomorrow. I got all checked in with my flight. Super pumped to head over to Vegas. One interesting thing about the typewriter that I find, if we're talking about from an education perspective and growing education and sort of the scalability of a lot of this, I find it pretty interesting and maddening that the QWERTY keyboard, QUERTY keyboard that we know and love and use today, was implemented because people were typing too fast on typewriters and they needed an artificial way to slow them down, because the typewriters couldn't hold up with it. So if you use like a Dvorak keyboard or something else, you can type way, way, way faster. But the modes of communication that we're taught are actually artificially meant to slow us down. So that's super infuriating from an educational perspective.
You said a Dvorak
Damn.
keyboard?
Yeah, Dvorak, DVORAK.
Oh, where it's split. Oh, sheesh. I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
they're crazy.
Oh,
like they're
wow.
crazy. Like, and the only reason that we don't want to do that is because we're so beholden to the QWERTY keyboard, but it's almost like 100 years old, and it was intended to slow us down, which I find just very interesting.
Dude, this is like some new age shit. You just basically put like both of your hands down and go, huh?
Yeah. And also on just like the other educational piece too, I really agree with what Kenton's saying. I've worked with a couple different institutions to try to get them to really understand this or even implement it, and getting any sort of institution to sort of look at this as a new curriculum is still like a to be proven kind of piece. I think like universities and institutions are going to be the first ones that start adopting this, kind of like they did with computer science, where now you're going to see like robotics and coding in elementary schools for younger kids. The cool thing that I'm trying to do here, because in Durham, there are so many good colleges, I've actually reached out to over 50 different clubs at universities at Duke, UNC, NC State, UNC Charlotte, to just engage with their blockchain club, their crypto club, their investment clubs, try to go speak there and educate folks and stuff. So I actually just, I'm going to speak over at UNC Charlotte in a couple weeks for their consulting club, to try to just do the blockchain made easy course, get them to understand, to be more familiar with it. But I think it's really going to come from like a grassroots perspective, like the Crypto Academy and other people trying to like wheedle their way into these institutions so that there's enough mass adoption from the students, because there is, from what I hear, there's a lot of pressure from students asking for this kind of curriculum, but the faculty and facilities are just like not really in a position to either offer new courses, or they don't have the teachers, right, to help them offer it as well. So just my take there, but I think education is continuing the good work.
Yeah, and to be perfectly honest with you, Matthew, I think, and when we talk about this and you think about this, I almost feel like the privatized way is much better. I mean, if you put this into like the public school system, like God knows exactly what they're going to teach them. I mean, who knows if they stay on true with that. We see, in states, there's some really kind of far out ideology being taught in the schools that should not be in, some of the schools in some of the grades. And so I think, I think we have a better opportunity, much like what we're doing here, where we as a community get to decide, what we're going to talk about, or how we, navigate the discussion, and how we navigate, the concept of whatever. But I think, again, like, do we really want, because the government will play a role in this if it's in the educational system, do we really want that to be the case? I mean, is it along the same lines of like the regulation, like deal with it, it's coming, so whether you like it or not, is it the same thought process, you think?
I think that's a really interesting kind of question. I also think it's kind of atrocious that it's still a requirement for people to even go through high school. Like, it's very institutional and sort of, I want to say like manufacturing of us. I know like Turbo talks about this all the time. Like, we're not meant to do a lot of the things that people do, but that's because we're put through this sort of educational financial system that is both inadequate and sort of, I want to say like not inclusive of everybody, and doesn't really teach the real life skills that we need. So it's a whole overhaul, right? You have an entire educational system that's going to need to be changed. And I think a lot of the stuff from the crypto space is going to come from the ground up, where maybe we have the ability to start changing some of that with Web3 even potentially.
I'm with you, man. If we could hit the reset button right now, on probably several different fronts, this would be the moment in time to be able to do that and just time out for a second. Let's just take a pause.
It's going to be It's gonna be great though when like Emmy comes home with like a vocabulary list for the day, and she's gonna be like, "Daddy, what's a rug pull?" And you're gonna be like, "Well,
Sit down. Let me show you my wallet.
Yeah, right.
what's a bag holder?"
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, it's gonna happen, I'm sure. Kenton.
Oh, sorry. One quick thing.
Yeah.
One thing you absolutely have to not do with that beta fish is put it in front of a mirror, because that thing will kill itself trying to attack itself. So just one thing to watch out.
Yeah, because it's a male too. At one point, my wife and I, when we were living in Austin early on, it ended up being a tragic story, but we had like a 4-foot cylinder with 5 beta fish in it. I think we put 2 males and 3 females in there, knowing that there may have been an issue with the males, but ultimately 2 females got together, and they all had their own names. We at this point forget them all, but we remember the 2 females ended up ganging up on every single one of the other fish, and so they became Thelma and Louise, and then they attacked each other to the death, and that was it. All 5 were done, and it was like the course of like a little over a year that we had all these things. So it was like a comedy show. It was definitely like a sitcom series that turned into Thelma and Louise. We were reminiscing about that this weekend with the beta, but I love, never put them in front of a mirror. That's a surefire way to see him just blast into the side of the tank.
Or get another one, right? And you teach Emmy about survival of the fittest.
True.
You know, like that's another lesson that you could give. A lot of great education points. Yo, Ken, what's up, family?
I'm still laughing, Matthew, when you said that, Daddy, what's a bag holder? I died. It's like, dude, think about the things that these kids will say when they get home and they're like, today we learned about diamond hands. And people are just going to be like, what are you talking about?
Maybe bag handler wasn't the best example, but like, diamond hands, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, diamond, everything. There's gonna be examples in the textbook of famous rug pulls and all this crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, the QWERTY keyboard. Wait, Matthew, are you serious that we are using a piece of technology that is meant to slow us down, even though we are past the point where we are breaking typewriters by typing too fast? That is absolutely true.
100%. And that was so a lot of the people who were using it typically back then when they created the typewriter were women, as a result of like, they were the calculators. That's where the original term calculator came from. It was like an actual, or no, sorry, not calculator, computer. That's where computer came from. And they were getting so good at typing so fast that this guy created, I mean, look at the letters. They're all over the place. There's nothing that's like easy to get to. And it was intended because the typewriters were slow. They were typing too fast. So they created this keyboard, and that's how we got it today.
Wow. That really blew me away.
Talk about a psyop.
Well, yeah, you just talk about like us holding ourselves back and like right there. I mean, geez. Okay.
Well, the same thing with like speed limits on the road. Like those are holding us back. Why do we even have speed limits? Like, let's be honest. Joking, but yeah.
I'm with you though.
Damn, I was with you. I was with you. Yeah,
I'm with you, man. Like, here's the deal. Like, I know that there's dickbags on the road that drive 100, and there are gonna be dickbags that still drive 100, even with the speed limits. I mean, I get
you get to say that because you're in Texas, where the speed limit's like 90.
I'm in Georgia. Where the speed limit's 35. Trust me, and I don't go 35 unless I got a car in front of me.
Nobody does.
But Texas,
nobody drives in Atlanta.
The posted speed limit here is actually 100.
Really? 100 kilometers? So what is that?
Yeah, kilometers. 25 miles an hour.
Like, no, it's faster than that. It's like 50.
There was a
100 kilometers is like 50, 55, something like that.
Okay. There was a highway that they put in that was just I want to say it was west of Austin. It was like I-30, and it would run from, I think, like Waco down to San Antonio, or like somewhere around there. I don't have the the on and offs memorized, but the speed limit is 85 miles an hour, which you go 10 over on the highway, no problem. So that means 95, you're not getting pulled over. And more than likely, most people are going over 100 on that. Me and my buddy used to ride our motorcycles on there because it was brand new. There really wasn't a whole lot of cars out there because it was far out of town. So you could just like rip it up.
If Germany can do it on the Autobahn, we can do it in the United States.
You're dang right.
Gary, I heard Canada cars only go to like 65 miles an hour anyway.
Well,
okay,
because they
just
run on maple syrup.
Right?
You have to put the syrup in.
Guys, it's too early. I haven't had coffee. You guys are assholes. I fucking love you all, man.
But,
I guess I might as well get that out.
Yes.
Love you all. Family.
GMK, I've always been confused about that too. Like, why do our cars go 160 miles an hour? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why don't we throttle them to like max of 100?
I know. I used to drive an old Firebird Esprit, a Firebird 1978 Firebird Esprit. It was like a 305 in it, and I mean the needle went up to 160 kilometers, but I buried that needle. Like it was like I must have been going 200 kilometers easy. Like it was like banging off the bang off of the one cell needle. You know what I mean? Yeah. So and there was no governor on cars back then, so I'm not sure I was doing 200. I don't know what 200 kilometers is in miles, but it felt fucking fast in that car. Jesus.
Yeah, but don't feel bad, bro, because we don't know what it is either. You know what I'm saying? Like hearing you talk about kilometers.
124. There you go. That's good. 139 is
that's all right. That's rocking it. That's like
in a four-wheeled
faster than Marty McFly, you know?
Yeah, dude, he only went 88, right?
Wicked. Yeah, so I'm a little fired up here. I got the sweats on because of this like whole like younger generation thing, man. Because like, okay, so can I go off on a little bit of a? Can I go off
more
for a second?
Oh, yeah.
We got time.
Of course.
We got like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so like yes, nice. So local blockchain literacy is extremely low where I am. And there's a negative stigma to it, right? And that needs to change, first of all. And I think that blockchain like 101 is inevitable, Kenton, but we still, like Jay Chains is saying, the general financial literacy department in our like regular schools is like underwhelming at best. And we need to like firm that shit up right before we get into trying to teach people Web3 and like how to self-custody. So for now, I'm thinking it might be best for us to like do that on our own, like homeschool our kids about self-custody and shit like that, with the expectation that like hopefully the system will evolve. But like, you know, that's what people like us need to be, you know, people like Kenton need to be making inroads and like working these jobs, like trying to work with the education system. Because I mean, I went to the education system trying to get a license to run a campus radio station. And you would think that they would be like all over that. We were like willing to find people to fund it. We were going to do all the work. All they needed to do was like let their students volunteer, and they would have their own campus radio station in Barrie, Ontario. And fucking, they were like, "What's in it for us, financially?" Like I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, what? They're like, "No, we need a financial incentive. You think we're just gonna like let you guys set up shop and fucking?" I'm like, "Are you like?" It's for the community, man. Like, I don't understand their line of thinking, but that's the way that they think, right? So it's changing that, and that is an uphill battle. That's, you know, that's the real problem, is they're changing what's in it for us attitude.
So where do we find like the biggest touch point between parents and children in like in a Web2 setting, right? Like where's the biggest touch point that we could start to, I don't know, pick people. I say pick people off. That's not the right term to use, but you understand what I mean when I say that. You know, like if, for instance, like something comes to mind, like what does it take to negotiate with? And listen, I'm not advocating to eat McDonald's at all. I don't eat it. It's disgusting. But you know that a large percent of the population does, right? So work some kind of like partnership with them to get inside the Happy Meals, right? So that like every Happy Meal on the side of it has a QR code. Scan here to learn about this or whatever. And like obviously McDonald's was going to need to get some kind of kickback for this whole thing to happen. But like, what does it take for something like that to happen, where you can go to the biggest touch point between parents and children in a normal society and start to get people that are interested and give them an opportunity, give them a place to start looking at it? Like, think of some other opportunities. Like, again, I don't advocate for McDonald's, but
they already have that. It's the Monopoly game. That's how they teach kids.
Oh shit! Facts.
That's how they teach people the corrupt financial system, is by learning.
Get that boardwalk. Oh wait, it's already taken by the 3 people that created it.
I always steal money from the bank.
We'll tell you. You just like taking money from the bank in Monopoly?
I always take money from the bank and put it under the board. Always. I'm a board game cheater. I can't help it, man.
Turbo over here.
Yeah, remind me never to play Monopoly with Turbo, or at least
all all board games will be on the blockchain, and Turbo won't be able to cheat.
How about that? Can we?
So I won't play them.
Do we
I
have
won't
that
play
yet?
them.
I know there's digital monopoly, but because nobody ever really wants to be the banker in that game because it's just like a shitty position to play in Monopoly.
Turbo wants to be the banker.
But can we create that? Can we create the Web3 version of?
Absolutely. Why not? If you can imagine it, man, the semantic,
instead of Monopoly, because we don't like monopolies, we like a mint out in Web3. That's the name of the game, mint out. The whole goal is to mint out. So you got to do everything. You got to build the community. You got to engage with the devs. You got to get the art. You got to do all that stuff. You got to mint out. That's the game. Nobody's allowed to take.
You got to make it fun.
I'll punch you right in the gut if you take my idea.
So
you got to make it fun. There used to be a game called Stock Ticker, and as much as I wish it would caught on back in the 70s, but it was a Parker Brothers game, I believe, and that one never made it. It was tedious at best. So you need to make that game like hella interesting and fun for kids. But I agree, that's like going the corporate route at this point, I think, is better, and having kids like demand it at school, or like they already know about it to the point where the school's like, shit, we have to catch up with these kids. You know what I mean? Because that's our only in route is through the companies, right? Nobody's going to change for us. The school system isn't going to change for us. As much as I'd love to think that they would.
I should have used like Chick-fil-A for my example. That would have been better. That's something I approve of more. I approve of Chick-fil-A more than I approve of McDonald's.
Yeah, but
there are corporate ins. There's corporate ways in, and that are going to be easier than us trying to change the actual like political and economic system.
Yep, I feel you, Matthew. What did you say?
I was going to say there's a lot of games now that I found out that are for kids. Not they don't have winners, so all the kids participate together as like a community, and like you win together as a team, which is great, I guess. But like maybe you have a DAO-opoly where it's all about like community voting and setting up stuff for the ecosystem or the community instead of just like a winner-take-all situation.
It clicked right there, Matthew. You just solved it. We start a DAO that partners with Chick-fil-A, and we hold our information sessions on Sundays so we get access to the building and chicken on Sundays.
I don't think they're going to do it, bro.
We'll do it.
They're not going to go for that.
They don't have to do anything. They don't even have to show up. We got it. We'll do it.
Are we breaking in?
No.
They got to show up, man.
Okay.
No, they'll give us a key.
Who's cooking the fucking chicken?
We'll have people.
They're not going to let us just go in.
They'll teach us.
Okay, good.
They'll teach our people how to cook the chicken their way.
It's a secret. A secret cafe. Don't worry.
None of us know the secret spices to put on a chicken either. You know what I mean? You don't know the formula.
Spice, sir. Calm down. Everything's good.
Okay. We just throw it in a bucket into the deep fryer.
Nobody poo-poo my idea as we end the show. I want to go in today thinking that we're going to have chicken on Sundays moving forward.
All right, chicken on Sundays for sure. I also wanted to say, do you remember DeSeuss? He has that game board when we were out in LA.
Yeah,
that shit was so dope, man. Like that, those digital game boards. Oh my gosh, man, that shit is so crazy. But I have to say, Matthew, and I say this with all kindness and respect and love, the fact that we are not playing no games where everybody wins. We're not doing that. Either there's a one winner, and everyone else is losers. Okay? That's it.
I didn't say I agreed with it. I just said that's what they're teaching kids these days.
Dude, Turbo is not all for like having participation awards at all.
You mean Web3?
If you ain't first, you're last, Ricky. GM. Hey, I love coming in here, sliding home, just avoiding the tag before we shut it down. How are you today, bud?
I just want to say great day to all, man. Hope y'all are making the most of it. Give your energy in the right directions. It's the only currency that actually exists is your energy. Everything else is just what we place value on. That's it, period. So be a good person, be good to others, work well with others, enjoy life.
Love it. Couldn't say it better myself. Y'all have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern for some more Web3 Breakfast.